I was born and raised in one of the smallest and poorest villages in Gambela, Ethiopia. Growing up in poverty in an insecure environment is something that I will never forget. We were the marginalized people in Ethiopia, the ones that the government neglected. I was only 6 years old when the Ethiopian government brutally murdered more than 400 young people in their own land on a single day, otherwise bright and beautiful bright Saturday. It was on December 13, 2003 when the government paratroopers killed my uncle and my best friend. As the massacre continued the next 5 days, it claimed 3,000 more civilian lives. I remember being stuck in a very hot room with more than 20 people hiding. I could hear the gunshot and screaming. I could see the smoke all over the sky. That was the darkest day of my life, and I will never forget it. My parents and I left the town because it was unsafe to live in. After some time had passed, my parents relocated to Addis Ababa for safety, and we stayed there for 2 years. When my parents moved back to Gambela after 2 years, I had a chance to resume my schooling. One of the obstacles I faced was the distance to school. It took me a total of 2 hours to go to school and come back home, always walking on bare feet. Since my family was living on a farm, I was not only attending school, but also working on the farm every evening when I got home from school. There was also a time when life got worse for my entire family. In addition to our immediate family, my parents were also culturally obligated to care for more than 20 family members, of whom none of them worked. This obligation came as a result of the massacre that claimed the parents of some other family members and leaving them orphans. Since neither of my parents had a high school diploma, they were unable to get a good paying job. My father had a small farm upon which the entire family depended on. It wasn't easy for my family to feed more than 20 people every day. And consequently, I ended up going to school feeling like I was starving on many occasions. Sometimes we went without food, and that made learning very hard. But I was and remain optimistic that one day my success at school will change everything in my family. In 2010, my father had won a visa lottery, which was one of the hardest things in Ethiopia to get. Coming to America 3 years ago was a miracle to me and my family. I'm so grateful that God could do such a thing for people who have been crushed by poverty as my family was. The opportunity I received in America is something that comes once in a lifetime. I'm fortunate to be in this country, and I'm determined to pursue my dreams and destiny. I have considered myself a blessed and lucky one for coming to America, where my hard work will determine my destiny and my future. I believe that one day the poverty of my family will be a thing of the past. I'm now dreaming. I'm dreaming big, and it shall come to pass.
Today, we have made it to the starting line. So it is up to you. Make it to the finish line. I encourage you all to keep running, and may God be with you on your journey. Congratulations, Class of 2017.